The natural world is filled with marvels, and animals are among its most captivating wonders. Found on every continent, they display an incredible variety of shapes, sizes, and extraordinary abilities. While their unique traits are enough to inspire awe, they represent only a fraction of nature's complexity. In the distant past, many animals were significantly larger than their modern descendants. These prehistoric giants overshadowed today's creatures, creating a vastly different balance in the natural world. Over time, evolution favored smaller sizes as species adapted to changing climates and environments. While these changes may diminish their grandeur in comparison, they highlight the unpredictable nature of evolution. Most of all, they remind us to be thankful that these colossal creatures no longer roam the earth. Number 10, sharks. Sharks are among the most iconic aquatic predators, a reputation bolstered by popular culture, especially movies like Jaws. Yet, even without Hollywood's flair, these creatures are truly remarkable. Constantly patrolling the oceans, they prey on a wide variety of sea life. The great white shark, for instance, is one of the largest modern sharks, reaching up to 19 feet, 5.8 meters in length. However, its ancient ancestor would have dwarfed it completely. Meet the Otodus megalodon, commonly known as the megalodon. This massive predator roamed the seas between 23 and 3 million years ago. While it may have resembled a regular shark at first glance, its enormous size was anything but ordinary. Scientists believe the megalodon could grow up to 67 feet, 20.4 meters, in length. With its colossal size and incredibly powerful bite, it could hunt enormous prey, including whales. If the megalodon still existed today, even modern cruise ships and battleships might find themselves at risk. Number 9, crocodiles. Crocodiles are nearly as notorious as sharks, ruling over rivers and lakes as formidable ambush predators. They lurk beneath the water's surface, waiting for unsuspecting land animals to approach for a drink or attempt to cross. In an instant, they strike, dragging their prey underwater and employing their infamous death rolls to lacerate and drown their victims. Among modern crocodilians, saltwater crocodiles are the largest, measuring between 12 and 18 feet, 3.7 and 5.5 meters long. Yet even they pale in comparison to their prehistoric predecessor. Enter Dinosaur, a colossal predator from the Cretaceous period that lived between 82 and 73 million years ago. Not only did it coexist with dinosaurs, but it also counted these massive land reptiles among its prey. With an impressive length of up to 35 feet, 10.7 meters, Dinosaur was more than capable of taking on its terrestrial rivals. This ancient giant serves as a reminder that some of the most fearsome prehistoric creatures live not on land, but in the water. Number 8, elephants. Elephants are the largest land animals today. While they may not reach the towering height of giraffes, they more than make up for it with their immense mass and strength. African elephants, in particular, can grow over 12 feet, 3.7 meters, tall and stretch up to 30 feet, 9.1 meters, in length. Their incredible muscle power allows them to topple entire trees to access their tasty leaves. When imagining prehistoric elephants, most people picture woolly mammoths. However, these shaggy giants were far from the only ancient members of the elephant family. The various species of Paleoloxodon bore a closer resemblance to modern elephants, thriving in warm environments with leathery skin rather than woolly coats. Like their contemporary relatives, they were herbivores that often left a trail of trampled vegetation in their path. The major difference lay in their size. While their lengths were comparable, Paleoloxodon bulls could grow up to 13 feet, 4 meters, tall, towering over today's elephants. This slight size advantage might be attributed to their relatively recent existence, living between 2 million and 11,000 years ago. Barely enough time for significant evolutionary shifts. Number 7, bears. Bears hold a commanding position at the top of the food chain. When standing on their hind legs, they measure between 6 and 9 feet, 1.8 to 2.7 meters, tall and weigh anywhere from 600 to 780 kilograms, 1,200 pounds, 272 to 544 kilograms, making them the largest land predators alive today. Despite their size and strength, bears are not strictly carnivorous. They're opportunistic eaters, consuming any edible items they encounter. This includes binging on food to build up the fat reserves essential for surviving hibernation. The need for such reserves was even greater during the Ice Age. One of the Ice Age's notable inhabitants was the cave bear. These massive mammals lived roughly 1 million to 24,000 years ago. While their height, averaging 9 feet, 2.7 meters, when upright, was comparable to the largest modern bears, their weight set them apart. Cave bears could tip the scales at 800 to 2,000 pounds, 363 to 907 kilograms, far surpassing their modern counterparts. Naturally, this made their appetite enormous, as they required significantly more sustenance to endure the harsh, cold conditions of their era. Number 6. Millipedes. Creepy crawlies might be small, but they manage to evoke fear in many people. Among them, millipedes stand out. These creatures are usually just a few centimeters long, with the largest modern species reaching up to 15 inches, 38 centimeters. Despite their modest size, they possess numerous legs on each body segment, which they use to crawl slowly through woodland areas while feeding on plants and fungi. Harmless to larger animals, millipedes often fall prey to predators. However, their ancient ancestors were a far cry from their vulnerable modern-day counterparts. Arthropleura was an enormous prehistoric millipede. Measuring between 6 and 7 feet, 1.8 to 2.1 meters, in length, it was a true giant of its time, with virtually no natural predators due to its massive size. Its diet was primarily plant-based, though some evidence suggests it may have been omnivorous. Living during the lush Carboniferous period, approximately 345 to 290 million years ago, Arthropleura had an abundance of vegetation to sustain its impressive appetite. It was one of the many remarkable creatures that thrived in this densely wooded era. Number 5. Dragonflies. During the Carboniferous period, the world was home to some truly massive insects, and among the most impressive were the giant dragonflies that dominated the skies. Modern dragonflies are known for their hunting prowess, skillfully navigating through the air to ambush smaller insects near water. While today's species are already considered large by insect standards, measuring about 3 inches, 7.6 centimeters, in length with wingspans ranging from 2 to 5 inches, 5 to 10 centimeters, 12.7 centimeters. Their prehistoric relatives were in a league of their own. Megafauna, a giant ancestor of today's dragonflies, could grow up to 13 inches, 33 centimeters, in length, and boasted an astonishing wingspan of over 2 feet, 60 centimeters. This enormous insect lived roughly 350 to 280 million years ago and shared a similar diet with modern dragonflies, feeding on other insects. In an era when many arthropods grew to remarkable sizes, Megafauna stood out as a true aerial predator, earning a reputation as a creature reminiscent of a mythical dragon. Number 4. Sloths. Sloths are modest and slow-moving creatures, spending their lives climbing trees and munching on leaves. While their long claws may seem intimidating, their small size, around 2 feet, 0.6 meters, long, makes them far less threatening. Their slow and quiet lifestyle, combined with a preference for staying in the treetops, helps them avoid predators by keeping them out of harm's way. However, their ancient relatives were an entirely different story. Ground sloths were massive and formidable. These giants measured up to 10 feet, 3 meters, in length and weighed over 2,000 pounds, 907 kilograms. Despite being herbivores, they had no need to climb trees for safety. Their sheer size, combined with their impressive claws, made them a challenging target for all but the most powerful predators. Thankfully, these imposing creatures went extinct over 13,000 years ago. Number 3. Rhinos. Elephants aren't the only tusked giants ruling the plains. Rhinoceroses are nearly as formidable thanks to their sharp horns. When threatened, they don't hesitate to use these natural weapons in a powerful charge, an attack that can be deadly given their immense size. Measuring up to 12 feet, 3.7 meters, in length, and weighing between 3,000 and 7,000 pounds, 1,360 to 1,700 pounds, 3,175 kilograms. Rhinos are more than capable of defending themselves. Predators usually leave these plant-eating titans in peace. However, like elephants, rhinos also had a woolly counterpart in the past. Woolly rhinoceroses were exactly what their name suggests. Large rhinos covered in thick, insulating fur. This adaptation helped them survive the frigid climate that existed between 5 million and 11,000 years ago. Structurally similar to modern rhinos, they stood out due to their dense coats and slightly larger size. Woolly rhinos could exceed 12 feet, 3.7 meters, in length, and weigh around 6,400 pounds, 2,903 kilograms, making them slightly bigger and taller than today's species. Despite their massive size and impressive horns, they were peaceful herbivores, sticking to a diet of plants. It seems the most awe-inspiring animals are often those that combine power with a gentle nature. Number 2. Birds. Many scientists agree that birds are descendants of dinosaurs. While modern birds are much smaller, ranging from a few inches to a few feet, they share similar body structures and predatory traits. With razor-sharp beaks and lethal talons, these avian predators reflect qualities of their ancient ancestors. However, their closest prehistoric relatives, the terror birds, were even more formidable. Terror birds, named for their fearsome presence, roamed the earth between 9 and 4 million years ago. As apex predators of their time, they towered up to 10 feet, 3 meters tall. Despite their inability to fly due to their small wings, they more than compensated with powerful legs and massive beaks, which were perfect for chasing down and dispatching terrestrial prey. These traits make terror birds a fascinating link between the dinosaurs of the past and the birds we see today. Number 1. Snakes. Snakes are among the most diverse reptiles on the planet, with sizes ranging from just a few inches to over 20 feet, 6.1 meters. Their diet is just as varied, with smaller snakes preying on rats and insects, while larger ones can tackle animals like deer, sheep, or capybaras. However, prehistoric snakes took things to an entirely different level. The largest snake ever discovered was Titanoboa cerrejonensis. This massive serpent measured an astonishing 42 feet, 12.8 meters, in length, making it more than twice the size of today's largest snakes. Its immense size allowed it to constrict and devour a wide range of prey. Living between 66 million and 56 million years ago, Titanoboa likely fed on the massive crocodiles, fish, and turtles of its time. It even consumed other snakes. Modern serpents can count themselves lucky that this prehistoric giant no longer roams the earth,